their way here.
Well, no more talking. We're going to get into the game. It's ASTRALIS versus Evil Geniuses here. And we're going to start on Inferno. It's a best-of-3 game. It will be EG starting on the T side, ASTRALIS on the CT side. And a pretty common setup. No real risks being thrown out by ASTRALIS. A lot of the time on the pistol round, people will just gamble and put, you know, 1 in A or 1 in B and then the other 4 somewhere else. But they're spread out.
I mean, it's just a catch-all approach, right? Right now from ASTRALIS. ASTRALIS should feel confident that they've got the firepower to take it toe-to-toe with Evil Geniuses, and they should have the tactics to take it toe-to-toe. So no need for them to get scrimmy and try and take risks here. They can just go and batter Evil Geniuses right off the bat. Clever nade already, doing a lot of damage to Evil Geniuses. Syrson, brehze already down to half HP.
Yeah, peeking, not with a flashbang, but with an HE grenade landing right on top of him. Apparently that was enough of a distraction that they weren't ready, so some good damage being output already. Tarek and Ethan on the other side up in the A apartments. So I'm wondering what's their play here. The bomb is leading into the bomb side, and Zerk, if he went down, that would have been the bomb probably trapped there. Yeah, they're hoping that they've made enough of a distraction, and somehow magisk missing every single shot. I'm not even sure that the strategy worked here for EG, but somehow they just get what they need anyway, and now they're on the bomb side. At least the bomb making its way through the apartments as we speak.
That's already on its way in. And it's got an angle to get through as well. A little bit of pressure getting put out here by EG, trying to keep ASTRALIS from peeking over eagerly. But glaive is on the flank, and he's going to be opening up short in a minute here. Brehze is already up in apartments as well, but here's glaive, and they've heard the footsteps now, so they know that somebody's on this flank. Evil Geniuses, they should be ready to catch him out. And glaive already 2 headshots, kicking it off for ASTRALIS.
What a brilliant way to get started on the retake, but they need to really hurry here. Out of bullets is Tarek, and it's up to Ethan. Oh, he turns! He wants to go for the triple. He's already done the damage. I think he's got the time. Another headshot to bring it through, and EG pick up the round of 1 versus 3, and an ace at the end for Ethan.
The ace clutch. You couldn't ask for a better way for Evil Geniuses to kick it off here versus ASTRALIS. You gotta get the individual plays.
That is absurd. And speaking of individual plays, I mean, what even got them into this position at all is magisk missing the shot in pit. That should have been an instant kill. I think it was even against Ethan, wasn't it? So he could have taken him out right away. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Zeus is always hyped, though. Isn't that just Zeus for you?
It's the best thing ever, isn't it?
But you saw the reaction from magisk as well over there in pit. I mean, he knows that he screwed it up. He gave them that window, that opening. And so Evil Geniuses kicking off the first half here with a pistol round win on T side of Inferno. So looking real solid here for Evil Geniuses at least. Now we got to see if Ethan's going to be able to keep up with this pressure. I mean, that is a truly remarkable thing here from Evil Geniuses. This is a bit of a unique situation in Tier 1 CS, right? Nothing played, didn't play anything for 2 months. And then they've spent the last 2 weeks here boot camping in Europe to try and catch up, essentially, to be prepared for the meta. Because that is what we saw plaguing these North American teams when they finally managed to get over here towards Europe at the end of the year. They had to play catch-up in the meta live in the tournaments. They had to learn what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
In live matches.
I mean, that has been like a regional, just a cross-regional problem for a while, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be very, very tough to do against a team like ASTRALIS just because of how they run their team, and I think it's going to be rough. But if they can have those kind of performances like we just saw to Ethan, well, then it's game on. magisk, they'll try to make up for it. He's going to get 1 headshot. Grenade goes a little bit far, so he's not quite going to pick that any damage behind that inside of the bomb site. And magisk, I thought nearly he could have fought another one. He's looking for a headshot, but finally he's going to get shut down. So some good shooting coming out of EG to actually secure the bomb site.
Nicely done there. It's a bit of a fluff on magisk's part. And point blank, Tarek with the Julio going to light him up. Glaive is going to go down. He knows there's a second man here in library and finds that headshot too. Device is out of it. It looks promising there for ASTRALIS. Things were starting to shape up for him in this second round. That is going to be Evil Geniuses, at least putting them on notice. Zipnik's still in this though, looking for that second kill. Tarek is low as well. He is vulnerable. So there is a chance here for Zipnik, the king of clutch, to make it happen again. Unfortunately for him, misses that shot on Tarek, and that's going to be it. If Tarek goes down there, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder.
That could have been real scary, but it turned out that they're going to be able to survive, even bringing down Sip, so that's probably good news. Third round in here, and remember, ASTRALIS did invest absolutely everything into that last round, and just doing the damage, I don't really think that matters that much. I don't think EG care that they lost 3 members in that last round. They just want to make it through, so...
They just want to chain rounds together.
Yeah. Get in there. But now we've got Deagles and a Zeus being picked up, so...
Yeah, so this is kind of ASTRALIS playing into constraints of the economy. They're getting kills, so they're going to go ahead and invest a little bit into this, and they're feeling like in the next round they'll have enough to get some nades into play. I mean, Astralis really are. We've seen some of those fun strats coming out where it's like Glaive and Xyp9x just don't use certain guns. And so on the CT side, you know, it's like they're the kings of SMGs, but they had like 0.025% of their kills with FAMAS, for example.
Yeah.
It's like they just don't, you know, it's like don't even think about them picking up that rifle. So it gives them a little bit more flexibility going into these low econ rounds where they're just so good with SMGs, for example, means that they don't necessarily need to be saving for those rifles.
I mean, I guess it could even be hard to make a really good case for the FAMAS if you're good enough with an SMG. I mean, why would you really want to pick it up most of the time? So that could be that they're ahead of the curve, maybe, that more people will start to join them. Myself, I'm so far ahead, I've never learned how to play with the FAMAS, so I don't even have that problem. Oh, Device, he's within range. Looked like Stan maybe should have even seen him, but he didn't. And he's going to pick up that AK-47. I know he's right here, but I almost wanted to save it.
Right? One-shot headshot capability with that AK, that could be a big deal here in this next round. We've seen how saved AKs can ruin teams in the past. Tarek going to get traded, though. That is well played there by Astralis. Taking over that portion kind of opens up this lane onto the site now for them to crunch into it if they wanted to, but they could get away with the Galil. If it was a second AK, we'd be looking at a different scenario here, but as that bomb is ticking lower and lower, it's not looking likely here for a retake. Instead, as you pointed out, Anders, Device, he's going to back off and save this gun. And the rest of the team are just going to hang out here looking for some exits.
Yeah, and EG, I think they know it. They're going to be fine. Cirque, though, not quite so much. He's going to lose the MAC-10 for a round that they probably were never going to be able to win. Astralis, that's a pretty good getaway there. Get the AK-47, get the 3 kills, and now they're going to be able to buy a lot in this round, including how many orcs? 3. Am I taking crazy pills?
Because why not? I mean, we've seen a lot of that from Vegas, but like dupreeh, really? Xyp9x as well? Okay then.
It's spreading.
It is. I mean, just the AUG is so good though. It does so much damage, and you can get that mid-round versatility, right? Why bother going for an AWP when you can just have rifles that are scoped up and give you a little bit of an edge in that fashion? Device, you know, speaking of, he's got that AK. Not gonna make it back in time though. Cirque too quick with the AWP, catches him trying to get around the corner, and there's that AK that was saved. We'll see if Glaive can make his way over here. Maybe he can save. He can pick up that AK, put it to use. But it's not looking like Evil Geniuses want to give Astralis any time to maneuver with here.
Oh, I love this. I love the fact that they're not waiting. They're going to go straight for it. Ethan running down dupreeh with a MAC-10, and magisk inside of the pit. He's in so much trouble. He was going to die one way or another. It's kind of impressive that Glaive snuck through that kill there at the edge of the smoke, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. They don't really have the funds to try and go for this. It's 2-on-3. The bomb's already down. If you're EG, this is exactly how you want to send Astralis spiraling. You want to win that first real buy round that they have, and then put the pressure on the economy. Just keep going. It couldn't really start better at this point in time for EG.
I mean, these guys are monsters. One thing that is worth considering, though, is like Astralis don't really have a weak side on Inferno. At least this is off of the information coming out of last year. Obviously, they're going to try and update things. But as far as their comfort zone last year, they were just lethal on both sides. So this is going to be just the uphill slog for Evil Geniuses the entire map. It's not going to get any easier at any point. But they've certainly gotten themselves the best start possible here, EG. And that's all just off of real snap quick calls coming in.
Yeah.
You get that opening kill, and instead of hesitating, trying to play for map, you know, trying to slow it down, spread the CTs out across the map. Like, that's what we usually want to say. Spread the CTs out. They have more ground that they need to cover, and so you're going to go ahead and be able to exploit that later on. No, Evil Geniuses just accelerate right behind it and put that pressure on.
I really love it because, especially when you are playing against a team like Astralis, actually one of the things that Astralis can get for free is the fact that you, as their opponent, will second-guess yourself more because you think, oh, we're playing against Astralis. They're so smart. And then, you know, you actually give them a lot of time to think that they otherwise wouldn't have. And you could see in that moment, Astralis didn't really have a lot of time. Glaive came in to get that kill after the bomb site had already been lost, so nice move. Device, though, with a little bit of revenge, taking down Tarek, and Ethan, though, flanking in, and he's there so quickly, just as the smoke pops. That was thrown all the way from middle, and again, the A bomb site just down to Device, and he should not be getting away with much here. He's gonna get one more kill. Oh, nearly the no-scope. He could have almost had it. Cirque will take him down, and Glaive now just doing a little bit of damage here, but it's a 2-on-2.
And he has the info on both, doesn't he? He knows now. Not quite sure about the pit, but this has allowed Xyp9x to lurk his way through, and he even gets hit with the smoke! Opens it up for the kill! That is unreal. He doesn't know he's back there. He gets hit with the smoke to the face, and that gives away the second man. Get out of here. Well, this was, I mean, this is Device. Currently the 3rd best player in the world, according to HLTV. That was just announced. And
yeah.
well, I mean, dude, he's always in discussion. He is so incredibly consistent.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, I was noticing that podcast you were doing that Get Right was actually sort of mentioning him as someone he would sort of a personal pick for maybe the best. And that's like a player's pick, isn't it? Because he's doing so much at any one given point in time. ASTRALIS sneaking in around, and now they're pushing the middle, trying to put the pressure on EG. That probably should have been a kill, though. Sip will also go down, and they line up. It doesn't matter. Tarek will take down 2, and the round should definitely be done here. EG, this is where you want to, as much as you love the sort of explosive play style and the fast calls, they need to take a break here and not give anything back. Because this is, yeah, 2 on 4, and the bomb is going to be going down. Yeah, they are really keeping it slow. They're not doing much. I like this. Don't want to see them fighting, and just not even a chance for ASTRALIS here. That was a very, very interesting play. Pushing middle just after having won a round, and they just got completely shut down.
It is it's a strategy that ASTRALIS will go for a couple times per half, where they'll just throw it out there, get dupreeh down quick, and push mid really fast. And it is usually around the power play. You know, where like Evil Geniuses go for the power play, the snap decision, where it's like we get the opening kill, cool, we accelerate and we get onto that bomb site. That's a confidence play where they're really trying to bust ASTRALIS up. ASTRALIS just tried to do the exact same thing. They try to throw a haymaker of their own for like what, a counter punch, I guess.
Yeah.
If we want to get in, you're the boxer here, ASTRALIS. You know, Anders, you're gonna know.
Listen, I'll go with haymaker. I think that's what it was. Like that was the whole round, which is wild. 5-1, and the 7th round is coming up right here. Going to be a little bit of a pause being called, and I think it's just a reconnection into the server, and then we'd be good to go.
Yeah. But
this is unexpected.
Yeah, so it looks like we're just going to get Ethan reconnecting here real quick, and Stanislaw looking zeroed in. Rest of the team are there as well. Glad to see that Cirque is on location, unlike last time, I think, where he was still at home when these guys were playing in Europe.
Yeah.
He wasn't there with the rest of the team. Here we have all of Evil Geniuses together, and that is... it feels like that's so important right now to at least get that element of the LAN experience back. Maybe, you know, a lot of the players are saying that they're missing out on the fans being there, not having that energy to feed off of, not having the fans cheering. You know, that's a big part of LAN competition. They don't have that, and so the best you can do is at least all be together. And then you do have that team element involved.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the risk with not doing it as well is that because you don't know how long you're going to keep playing in this particular environment. It's already been going on longer than anyone really wanted to, but as a team, if you just keep taking it like, well, we'll just be at home and relax a little bit more, maybe. If that goes on, like if that's the team mentality for a year, then there's not going to be... I mean, how do you switch that back on when it's really time to do it? And I mean, at least now we have a major scheduled, so so it's you know, you can't just keep resting on your laurels for too long. At some point, you've got to try to really turn it up a little bit. So I'm excited for whenever teams decide to do that. I think it's a really good move. Just to keep the focus all throughout and not have a weird dip in the middle of the year or the beginning of the year where not everyone is feeling it.
Everything is going to matter, man. This is just the marathon as far as this year is concerned. And, I mean, EG have got a few tournaments coming up. They're going to be here for like 50-something days on Europe. So, I mean, they are looking to start the year strong. But considering they had, what, 2 months off at the end of the year there before they even managed to play, you know, get over here for a boot camp and start getting scrims in, let alone officials. I mean, I'm glad to see that Evil Geniuses have really committed to starting this year strong and in the right way. Everybody together, ready to get the grind on, and well, ready to get a strong start. This is definitely shaping up nicely. Everybody predicted ASTRALIS going into this match, analysts, casters. I mean, it's still early days, but Evil Geniuses at least have shown ASTRALIS that they cannot be taken lightly here at the beginning. You're not just going to run right over us. But this is looking like we're actually going to have a second timeout here. This isn't a tactical timeout. It's looking like a tech still.
Yeah, sorting out the last details. I think if you were on the ASTRALIS side, though, you know, there must be some of you out there. I think one of the good takeaways that you could maybe, if you look at the scoreboard, is that it's not like ASTRALIS aren't getting kills. Yeah. They're doing that, so, you know, some of these rounds, I think, are down to some pretty small details that I'm sure ASTRALIS are not pleased to be down 5-1, but I don't think they're actually super desperate. And you mentioned it earlier. We know they're going to be pretty good on the T side as well, so I don't think it's really panic mode yet. They all seem to be doing something in these rounds. Just now they need to start putting a little bit together, build an economy, and all of the rest of it. So we'll see if they're going to be allowed here in the 7th round. It's coming up live right now.
It's pretty funny. It's so close to even pretty much across all the stats for Astralis on this map. You know, either side. They're so good on either side here. So Astralis, it is actually a strong map for them to start with on that side of things, on that aspect, because, you know, okay, we're having a rough CT side. Cool. We flip into T side and we just batter them back that way. It's fine. They don't need to be feeling that additional pressure that they're not going to be able to come up with the goods on the offense. So, at least as far as Astralis are concerned, they do have a buy. Whoa! That is a meaty nade onto Stan and Ethan. So much damage. They're down to half HP already. These banana nades, man, they're still so brutal.
And we do love to talk about Astralis' utility and how much they get out of it. They are almost in a league of their own when it comes to that.
But there's a whole meta, right? The game within the game, just in banana nade. The banana nade meta. That's what the North American teams were talking about when they showed up here at the end of last year, start playing Inferno. They're like, we're starting every round down half health because we don't have the pattern figured out. We don't know what the meta is.
Just moved out of position. How have we failed to call it the banana bomb for all these years? Has just suddenly occurred to me that we've been neglecting that. Well, inside of the B bomb side, look at what they're setting up right here. This is actually great. They've made this perfect call right here, EG. All they need is one opening, and they'll just run right through this round. I don't think they can really stop this Astralis, or just one kill going their way, and they're good to go. It's not going to be that one as Stanislaw goes down. Ethan back with one, though, but now there's some backup here, and time is low. 10 seconds left, and they're not finding Sip. He's just buying even more time for a second kill as well. And now 6 seconds. Device, he's missing a shot, but it doesn't matter. He has to try and plant the bomb. There's nothing Tarek could have done. Wow, just that bit of time bought, I think, Sip the real hero in that round.
So sick. Zip and Glaive. Zip the anchor on that B side. Glaive there to back him up this time around. And, well, you know what I think really threw Evil Geniuses at the beginning there was that HE. Was just eating that nade, because they're probably thinking to themselves, man, we're so clever. We waited down here on ramp. You know, it keeps pushing it back and back further and further. And then Astralis just throw them for a loop again. You know, long delay on that HE, chunks into Evil Geniuses, and then Evil Geniuses just take forever to set up after that.
And I think, I mean, we also just saw how much of a difference it makes when you're not getting the first kill getting into that bomb site. Because if they could have just isolated Sip, then I don't think Device would have been there. Even if he didn't actually hit any shots with the AWP, it doesn't even really matter. It's just the time that's left there. And Sip was so confident in just waiting around. Probably also because Device was covering his left-hand side.
Well, Ethan trying to change up the pace a little bit, trying to get up there this time. Perhaps trying to avoid these HEs. We'll see. Does that HE hunt him? Oh, man, he still can't dodge it. That's so nuts. He tries to go fast, eats the molly, and then backs off into an HE. The brutality of it right now. This nade game going on at Banana. It is the game within the game here on this map. It's what it's all about. So 2 rounds on the board here for Astralis on the CT side, 5 rounds for Evil Geniuses on the T side. And, well, Evil Geniuses inclined to go back up towards Banana and back towards the B side. Bomb's about to get picked up, and with a minute on the clock, they're looking to hit with a little bit more time here.
It's perfect time. Even if he gets a kill right here, Device, backup is not going to be there in time. He's going to flick to take down Tarek. More coming in front. That could have nearly been a double. A lot of damage to the smoke, and the grenade, not quite. If he had waited for the bomb plant, that would have been real interesting. 4 versus 4, but I don't really know. He's actually going to get one through the smoke. Now they're back. Yeah. They want to try and see if they can do this.
They look at all the nades they have, too. A couple of smokes, a couple of flashes, and HE. There's a lot to work with here for Astralis, and with all of them grouped up, there's the time as well. So they're thinking on it. 2 AWPs to hold here for EG. Cirque playing ballsy, trying to get a peek, trying to pull a fast one on Astralis, but so far, Astralis still just waiting, and we may have a little bit of an issue here. We'll see as they go in for the tank, and it is going to be Ethan holding close.
They smoked out the bomb, but they got moved away from it. Oh my god, it's so close. It's down to a 1-on-1, but they're going to run out of time no matter what. It's a great round coming out from Cirque at the end, but ultimately, I mean, that smoke diffuse, I think, was the real plan, and that could have actually worked out. So, bit of a close call there. EG, though, I think quite happy to have just picked up the round anyway, even if it was close, and losing 4 members, I don't think they're going to really care. Yes, it was Cirque that took down Magisk. I guess the smoke wasn't actually on top of it. He could see him just a little bit, I think. A lot happening in that round, just a lot.
Wasn't perfect.
Yeah, that cost them, I think, a fair bit in that moment. So that's a bit rough, but the call, again, I mean, the previous round that Sip sort of ended up winning for Astralis, even that was a good call out of EG. This one, again, they had the right idea. They attack a very weak bomb site, and this time it just worked out. So can't really fault them too much. I mean, we can see that they're doing great in terms of the kills at the moment, but the fact that they're also doing a fairly good job on the calling front, I think that's pretty encouraging.
That is the first tactical timeout getting called here by ASTRALIS on that CT side. So now it's a matter of finding out what it is that they are going to adjust. It is going to be that half buy coming in from ASTRALIS. And well, there's the quick play coming in. Evil Genius is ratcheting it up even further. So fed up with eating the nade damage. They do so. Dude, are you kidding me? I can't even finish the sentence and he still takes an HE to the face.
It's just all the time, isn't it?
He can't go anywhere, Ethan. That's unreal. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the hell that you find yourself in if you're the banana anchor on T side. It's just so insane trying to dodge those HEs.
Yeah, you have to accept that, don't you? You might as well just imagine as you're running out of T spawn that you're already on like 60 health. Just then it won't hurt so much mentally.
It won't hurt so
Maybe you could put like a little sticky note, like one of those little yellow notes on your monitor. Just says 60 already. Just do that if you're playing that position in the future.
Oh, well, we're getting a little bit of patience here as those smokes go down. It's going to create a bit of a tunnel for Tarek to work with if he wants to get clever. The rest of his team are moving their way up to top mid as well. But there are 3 players ready here for ASTRALIS, and they've got the Deagles. We know just how lethal these Deagles can be. And while we saw it from magisk earlier, he may get a second chance at actually getting to shut these guys down. It's looking likely.
But look in here from brehze, and it's so close to the bomb site, and they're going to try and just overwhelm it. Just pure force here, but magisk and dupreeh, pretty good return, shooting in the back device. He's nearly got it. Another bullet would have done it, and that would have been real interesting. Now, instead, it's glaive, and even if they're low on health, I mean, yeah, they're going to smoke it up and just not really give him the opportunity. That was really close. I think they should be fine now.
Yeah, they should be. I feel like so many of these rounds are so close, where just the slightest thing, we have that round where 3 guys get down to sub 10 HP at the beginning of it, right? For Evil Geniuses, if ASTRALIS, if you get any of those kills, it's a totally different scenario. Here we have ASTRALIS again with the Deagles, not quite getting the kills. I mean, they're hitting body shots, they're getting 1 bullet on. They need to get that second one in there, though. And well, glaive, no kit, so no chance for the ninja. And Evil Geniuses are watching it regardless, so they will be backing off. And the 3 players for Evil Geniuses survived to save those guns. So good on Evil Geniuses. That's a 7th round on the board here for Evil Geniuses T side. This is actually starting to get a little scary. You know how I was talking at the beginning of the half about how ASTRALIS are, they're pretty damn good on T side as well. You still don't want to give Evil Geniuses too much of a lead, too much rope to work with here.
You definitely don't. And I mean, one of the sort of consequences of the way that this game has played out so far, if you're ASTRALIS, is that you keep having these random rounds where you have to make them work to keep the economy going, and this is one of them. So if EG win this round, it's ASTRALIS back down to basically $0, and then they're gonna have to try and fight their way up again. So this round is hugely important. 7-2. That's a nice scoreline to begin with here. EG is going to be really, really pleased with themselves. No banana attempt really this time. They're going to leave it alone for the minute. Instead, brehze up here in the A apartments checking that out.
You know what's really fun, Anders, as well as that it's just really top heavy on Evil Geniuses as far as kills are concerned. There's the first one already lining it up. That's glaive taking down Ethan. So that's the start that ASTRALIS were hoping for here, but that's one of the heavy hitters for Evil Geniuses. He's the only one in double digits apart from Circ for Evil Geniuses. 11 on him, 10 on Circ. And well, then you get stavn at 3 kills and brehze at 2. You know, so it kind of shows you the gap right now in terms of who's getting kills on Evil Geniuses. So taking Ethan out of the picture, this could be a big opportunity here for ASTRALIS to just lock it down in this round. They really need to come up with it now. And so stavn up close, looking for it, finds the headshot, takes Device, who got cold feet. Device was backing off to give that angle up.
I don't think Device realized that stavn was that close up in the smoke, so I think he had a bit of a missed read on exactly how close he was to the corner, which is a great movement from stavn as well. I love watching him play because he does have that just attitude that he'll take a fight with anyone. Glaive, oh, that should have been way too much, just triple spray down, all of them headshots. He was out in the open, committing to the fight. That should have been the end of glaive. He should have been traded immediately. Oh man, I can't believe it. That was EG's ticket to just win.
That was so sick. Isn't that just the whole thing with M4A4 too? Like, you just commit to the fight, dude. Spray control.
I don't even understand. Look at how screwed he is. He's just in the middle of the lane. He can't escape. He can't fall back.
Oh, that's a frustrating one. Bit of frustration getting shown there from Evil Geniuses. Don't get too down on yourselves, those guys. I mean, you still got a good lead here in this first half, 7-3. But this is actually going to put Evil Geniuses in an eco round situation. Not quite the money that they were hoping for. But I mean, to be fair, I mean, this is their first round loss in, you know, a few rounds now. So
they've done a good job.
They didn't have the build up in the bank.
It's just, it's very frustrating if you're EG, because it would have been ASTRALIS in this position. They would have been the one with just pistols, and EG would have been so far ahead. So, yeah, chance now for the Danes to start to make it back. dupreeh and magisk with a couple of kills. There's a Tech9 in the mix. It's going to get at least the one, but that's also all they get. And if you're ASTRALIS, this is incredibly important news. You got out of that round only losing one player. I don't think that's happened before. So they're just going to be excited that they've started to build just a tiny bit of cash behind them as we go into the 12th round.
And so name of the game here for Evil Geniuses. I'm very curious to see if they just decide to go very quick to top banana again and get, you know, just try and cancel out that nade game, get some smokes ready to cancel out early mollies, and just try and charge it. Put that pressure on up there and try and, you know, get around the banana nade game that's been really plaguing you so far in this first half. As you can see, Stanislaus is going to be the one. Maybe Ethan tapped out. It's like, I'm done. Stan, you take point. I'm done eating nades for today.
Ladies first.
Get in there. Après-vous.
I mean, I think that was pretty lucky that he didn't take any more damage from that, because they had 3 people there, ASTRALIS. They were just to throw that double nade. They brought an extra guy over, and now he's back at the arch over at the A-bomb site. So, I don't know. This is pretty great for EG. They've already got top banana, and they haven't really had to spend that many grenades, which is good because they don't have many. So, they can't really fight that war with Molotovs and all the rest of it. But they're so close. This is so tempting if you're EG. If you're already this close, you just want to go for it. How long do they have to wait before the CT side smokes are out, though?
Isn't that the question? I mean, we've got exactly, devices already rotated over. 50 seconds left, and there's going to be a fresh smoke here at banana in a second. There is a window of opportunity, though, and they're going to go charging through as the boost was attempted. Xyp9x on point, though, still holding the line. Even going for the wall bang, he gets it. Big kills coming in here for Xyp, and Device holds the line as well. It's down to 2 players here. Tarek and Cirque for Evil Geniuses looking for the bomb plants, and Cirque just going to stick it.
Ice cold out of Cirque. Not even doubting that. That's pretty impressive. I don't know how they're going to hold this side, though. Cirque, he's going to have to come up with some lightning-fast AWP play here for this to even be close. So Flashbang will set it off, and I think they even know what side of the bomb side he's actually on now. So he's trapped back here. They've got more flashes, more smokes to try and make his life very, very tough. Tarek goes down, and Cirque, he's only going to get the 1. And that was a retake that was looking very, very doable out of ASTRALIS there. Nicely set up, and the timing window that you talked about, you're absolutely right. I mean, it looked like they hit it almost perfectly, EG, but somehow Xyp just recovers it. Because the other 2 members that were on the CT side, they were locked out, so I can't believe Xyp managed to do all this damage.
It's, I think it's the whole thing is the flash goes off, and you saw Device was blind, but Xyp is just far enough back behind that he's not caught in that flash. And so him not being blind really screws up Evil Geniuses there, as they are expecting to get through on blinds and the smoke, and it just doesn't work out for him that time. And so ASTRALIS now are starting to apply that chokehold here. Not saying they've got the hooks in just yet, but they've put 3 rounds together in a row now. It's going to put them up on 5 rounds on the CT side, and they're going to get a chance to get a 6th as Evil Geniuses now have to go for the half buy. Pistols, Kevlar, and a few nades here for Evil Geniuses. So, again, it's the finest of margins. It feels like it's been the finest of margins all half long. These haven't been extremely decisive rounds, right? It's been just so close. And that one, too, just felt so close for Evil Geniuses. It just doesn't work.
In some sense, right? You wanna see EG come out of this first half just absolutely explosive with a huge round lead, because I think if we get up to 6-7 rounds on the ASTRALIS side, that's where they're gonna start to feel pretty confident again, and I don't think they're gonna let go of that anytime soon. Device, you could see him warming up here. He also tagged Ethan earlier on, and the brehze will actually come back with the Tech9 to beat him, so that's a little bit interesting. Still should not be much of a path into actually winning the round here if you're on the EG side, unless ASTRALIS start to make some pretty devastating mistakes. And I think dupreeh's put himself in a nice corner here to do some damage.
Indeed. Yeah, nicely done. Picks up the first, ready for the second, knows it's coming. And well, as brehze, nice, gets that shot on magisk. A little bit more damage dealt to the economy here, but with 3 surviving for ASTRALIS, they're still going to be able to drop some guns and keep building that money. If he could have got another one, that would have been a real tasty situation for him, but doesn't pan out. Zeus, he's got the hand. He's getting into that hand clapping mode now. Anders starting to get that hand action going, and so things are getting serious here for the Evil Genius coach. And well, Stanislaw, I mean, recent interview with him, he just reaffirmed everybody, right? You know, in terms of his perspective on Zeus joining the roster, saying that it's only positive. It's only been positive since Zeus has joined.
Yeah.
And the results kind of reflect that. I think they were more impacted by geography than anything. I don't think it was Zeus or the game
true, yeah.
per se. I think it was them just being stuck in a backwards meta that hurt them more than anything. But as far as Zeus joining, it's been a whole lot of good for the roster.
Yeah, I think Zeus as well, sort of widely regarded together with obviously with Sonic as, you know, maybe some of the best coaches in the world. So it's hard to imagine how that would be a negative having them in there. And I don't know. I mean, I like what I'm seeing out of EG right now. The fact that ASTRALIS are catching up, even I think that's a positive story to tell right now. That what you just want to see is them not catch up all the way. If they overtake them, if this ends 8-7 in favor of ASTRALIS in the first half, that would just really be tragic in some sense, because I think a lot of the energy is going to go out of the team, and you know, we don't want to see that. We want to see them just continue to play at this incredible pace right here. But you did mention earlier as well, just the fact that it was a bit top heavy on the frags on the EG side, and that does also mean if the rest of them don't catch up, then it can't just be 1 or 2 players taking on all of ASTRALIS. That just won't work.
That's the really good point to make. Because when you're talking about that for Evil Geniuses, how it's, you know, it's Ethan who's just sitting at the top of the pack, right, with 11 kills at the time. Everybody else on ASTRALIS is like 8, 7, 6.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much there, just working together, grinding. And so that's usually how it goes with ASTRALIS, though, man. It's so difficult to identify a weak link in the chain that is ASTRALIS. That team is just ironclad. They're so solid across the board. And then you get the flashes of brilliance on top of it, right? Like, the baseline is so high, and then all of a sudden you just got, magisk or like glaive will just spray a triple, or device will come up with the triple op clutch, you know, or it's just going to be madness that gets thrown into it.
Tragically, that's maybe also one of the reasons why it's so hard to find a way to fit Bobski in here, like the way that, you know, you see with Nivira and something, like, you know, because it just looks so good. That is not saying anything bad about Bobski, because I really enjoy Bobski's style just overall. But what do you do? How do you figure that out?
I was kind of joking, you know, on that podcast that we did where they were like, oh, favorite roster change. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know, ASTRALIS going back to the original 5.
Yeah.
But
that's what it feels like, though.
But that is what it feels like. You are talking about the most dominant team in CSGO history, it feels like. There's no weak link. They have so much star power. They have great minds, not only in glaive, but in Sonic as well. And Mega's even showing that he can step up and call the shots when the team needs. So, I mean, there's just so much depth to the ASTRALIS roster. Right, this is why they're the #1 team in the world right now.
Well, after a bit of a break, we're back here. It's the 14th round, and everyone is catching fire over at Banana. I don't know how they took so much damage. They must have been dancing inside of it, Samla, which you don't want to do.
Good. You dance on the coals because the ash on top protects you from the heat. You don't dance in the flames, Anders.
Yeah, wait for it to go out. That's a pro tip right there.
Yeah, this is again, Evil Geniuses, like it's going to be those learning, the growing pains, right, where they have to learn the different strategies that ASTRALIS are going to have on that CT side to control the banana with the nades. So this time, Evil Geniuses are probably thinking, okay, cool, we finally figured it out. Let's change up the pace and get faster up here, more aggressive. ASTRALIS are just going to go ahead and slow that, or they'll go ahead and just make the adjustment necessary. All right, speed up the nades to top and get that punish in.
Kill with the AWP, but glaive, man, that grenade again landed on a couple of players. They're all so low on health. After a pause like that, you don't really want to come back, and you haven't even really seen anyone, and everyone can just report in and say, well, I'm almost near death, and I'm currently bleeding to death. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just...
Sage, do you have a heal?
Yeah, please, someone help out. Just anything at this point in time. So I don't know, I mean, you can't even really make the argument that they should do economic damage. That's too late, and they would have to get a lot of kills to even have any impact on the upcoming 15th round, so nothing is going to work out this round.
Brutal. Yeah. Just brutal. And that is going to be a tie, dude, with how this started,
Yeah.
for it to end right now, at least in a tied situation. So it'll be 8-7 Evil Geniuses or 8-7 Astralis, but for Astralis to claw their way back into this half in this fashion, take 5 rounds in a row here. And, you know, again, to make that point, right? Glaive is top fragging with 13, and magisk and dupreeh are tied with 9. That's the top end and the low end of the frags right now for Astralis.
And it's been, what, 1 bomb plant in the last 5 rounds that they've been losing here, EG. So it's not like they're really getting super close either. Inside of the Molotov again. And magisk, yeah, he's got to get traded, but I don't think he cares that much. Already in position. Flashbang there. But Glaive shooting him in the back, and EG just trying, I think, to speed this up, but also in that process, seemed like they sort of lost control. And that was actually device saving dupreeh. What a teammate. He must have... I kind of want to see that kill. He must have almost shot like right under his knees to get that kill.
I feel like we're watching an anime there. You know?
Yeah.
dupreeh, he looks back, and there's Device giving him the thumbs up. The spot, though. Already, Glaive just saying, okay, sir, you're not going to get in here for free. You've got a Galil. Life is unfair. Things are not going to go your way here, as Astralis are now going to start closing in on Banana, and he is not going to have anywhere to go. He is going to be boxed. And so the Evil Geniuses are going to end this first half not with a roar, but with a whimper.
I know.
Unless Sir can come up with something magical here.
It's so upsetting, isn't it? Just the way that it got started. I was certainly hyped up. You had to sort of chart a graph of all of this. It started with Ethan getting an ace in the pistol, so... You know, if you bought into it at that point in time that EG maybe were here to do something, you would have been really excited. They are getting a couple of kills here at least. Cirque nearly getting another one on the board. That would have made it a one-on-one, but he's trapped in here, and he's got 19 seconds. If Astralis just unplug their keyboards here, I don't actually think they lose this round. It's only if they fight him continuously here. Cirque running onto the side, but yeah, he can't fake it. He has to go straight for it, and I think that's just it. Glaive will take him down, so incredible effort out of Cirque, but that was an unwinnable position. And it's going to finish. Oh, wow. He actually did shoot right. Oh, that's incredible. But 8-7 in favor of Astralis. We're going to go to a break, and we'll be back with the second half.
Not have the crosshair for this. I do not know this FAMAS spray, so let's see how I do. Oh my god, that was so bad. Perfect. Almost. Oh man, almost perfect. My sound's too low for this. Alright, I'm really bad at jumping and KZing, so this is scary for me. And I can never hit this jump in matches. Oh my gosh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Astralis and EG here at Blast Premiere, and we are on the first map still. So if you're only just joining, you didn't miss that much, or you did miss an incredible first half, but we've got a lot more coming. It's a best of 3, 8-7 at the end of it. Similar in favor of Astralis, but it looked like it could have been so much more for EG.
It certainly does. I mean, this is Evil Genius's map pick. It's them trying to pull a fast one on Astralis, where it's like, yeah, we know you're going to be good on it. This is obviously a map that you're solid on, but this is also us making our comfort pick, it seems like, because last time we got to see Evil Geniuses play on officials was more than 2 months ago, and they won on Inferno.
Yeah.
So maybe they're trying to go back to that, where it's like, okay, we won 2 months ago on this map, guys. So we should be able to do that again, right, against Astralis? And it was looking good. First 10 rounds of the half, you're like, yeah, cooking with gas. Evil Geniuses, they're popping off. They're getting all these clutch situations to go their way. Not so towards the end of the first half. It kind of slipped through their fingers.
It did, and it's hard not to have a feeling that just letting Astralis have those 8 rounds is going to be a real problem, because they look so confident right now. They just look like, oh yeah, we remember how this is. We know what to do. And I think it's going to be some trouble here for EG to make sure that they can close this out and win that first map, which you have to assume if you're EG, that is absolutely necessary to try and stay in this best of 3. It's probably only going to get worse from here on out.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard now, because you just lost 6 rounds in a row to close out that first half, and now you're going into the pistol. Astralis are good on T-side pistols on Inferno. Oh, that nade, though, onto Zipnix.
That was beautiful, and they have to go. They have to go while that smoke is still up. They're going to find Sip, but already down on the pit. Already going to get that kill, actually, on dupreeh, and they're just getting slaughtered here. Only 1 death so far on the EG side, and it's Cirque who fell, and they're going to clean that up. That is some really good defense. Astralis, I think, for once, looked like they got rattled there, because they had to go as soon as, even when that grenade lands, it's just go time, and you could tell they were a little bit confused.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's not, it's just the land of 50% here for Astralis on Inferno, at least in the last 2 months of officials that they've got on this one. And so them losing the pistol round, it was like a coin toss, at least as far as the stats are concerned, whether they're going to win it or lose it. That one, they just ran right into that HE and the blender afterwards. So Evil Geniuses, they pick up both pistols. They win both pistols versus Astralis here on Inferno. They've got to show us something here now going into the second half. You get that second pistol, now you're going to get the SMGs, you're going to farm a little money against this hard eco. You should be feeling good going into the 18th round.
Yeah, they have all of the setup that you would normally want to try and get an upset win. You're right, both the pistols. On the first half, I think they won the first rifle round that Astralis had. They took those away from them. So all of those things are really great signs for being able to pull something off, but it only ties up the scoreline for the minute. Astralis don't really have a lot in this round. In fact, they have a flashbang, so putting a lot on it. Device, I don't know. I don't know how good this flashbang would have to be to actually get them anything here on Banana, but maybe we can find out. Here we go.
Oh, they turned away. Slaughter, and there it is. Ethan chimes in with the MP9. Not going to be able to pick up the kill on magisk, though. So 2 kills, but it's still, those guys are getting kills with MP9s. It's, you know, it's like you kill them, cool. They just make all that money back, and there's Cirque getting the blind kill. So all of those kills are gained with MP9s for Evil Geniuses, and you can see it's just so much money in the bank. It's twice as much.
It's not bad, is it?
So you get
but
$600 bucks per SMG kill.
Fair play for $200 for Astralis getting the 2 kills. I mean, that's worth it. So I guess that's all right.
It's kind of like best case scenario.
It is. And Cirque also demonstrating the value of having head armor in a round like that, because otherwise he would have probably been dead, and that would have been a bomb plant on top of it. So
yeah.
All right. Astralis quick with a buy here in the 3rd round of the second half. All AKs, and not doing that badly on the grenades either, to be honest. So they're going to be putting some pressure on EG, who, again, they have that dreaded from us. We were talking poorly about earlier.
Well, that was sloppy for Evil Geniuses. I mean, not getting the lineup down for their double nade, for their double HE. I didn't see who screwed the nade up, but that was a little iffy. We need to see better from Evil Geniuses. Like, if they're going to take Astralis here, they need to play perfect CS. Unforced errors like that, you can't afford to make. As the rank 18th team in the world against the #1 team in the world, like, everything needs to be perfect for Evil Geniuses right now. And given an opportunity to get a double HE dunk, you need to take it. And you need to get it. So now, Astralis, they've got control of top banana, and they have taken no damage. 50 seconds on the clock, though, and they are still trying to poke around here. bomb is not committed to either bomb site either. And so ASTRALIS still ready to see if Evil Geniuses are going to overstep, try and make an information play, and get shot in the face.
If this becomes a B hit, I think the only chance they do anything here is if maybe if Tarek could get the Molotov down, just the perfect position. It would have to be dead on perfect. Bomb is back towards top mid, but I'm not sure that is everything. They are going to all fall back now. So let's see. Does Stanislaw actually start to rotate out of Art? She is doing that right now. And they've also thrown out that Molotov in response, but that doesn't really help anything right now. It's Cirque and brehze inside of the A-bomb site. Bit of a flash, and the FAMAS shows up for a big kill there. Cirque is going to be going down, and the pit will fall as well. So a little bit of an issue now. 7 seconds left at a 3-on-3.
Unreal. They get the bomb plant. Sub 10 seconds. Everything had to go perfectly there, and ASTRALIS, of course, are the team to pull it off. Now it's going to be that 3-on-3, as you said, and they have a flash to work with here, Evil Geniuses, but a bit like the flash we saw in the last round, it's going to have to be impeccable. Ethan, though, with the headshot on device to kick things off, gives Evil Geniuses the man advantage going into the retake. Dupreeh has a chance to be the real hero, though, here from the graveyard. He can reach out and start taking souls, and Ethan is going to be setting it up. There's the flash over the top. Dupreeh trades it 1-for-1. magisk on the site has to win it, and he's not going to do it. Does not manage. Do they have the time, though? No kit.
Wait, but Tarek had one. They must have time, surely. If they screwed this up, he was right there. He could have easily done it. Oh my God, it's so close. I want to believe that they just knew that, but...
No, dude, they did not know that. Look at Zeus's face.
Yeah.
That says it all. That was way too close.
I guarantee you, kids, there's going to be a conversation about that going home in the car. Not in front of the guests or anything, but going home. Papa Seuss is going to be having a real serious debate. Oh, wow.
That was so close. Okay, well, yeah.
I can't believe it.
I don't know what the time was. All right. We are going to get this going into it, though, as Evil Geniuses have got double digits now. 10 rounds on the CT side. And the bombardment going into Banana is going to miss everybody. Device, not sure if he spotted him. He was flashed. Point blank with the Tech 9. He had a chance, but he's not going to get it. Not going to take advantage.
Oh, that really looked like he was about to catch them. I thought he was going to run through the smoke while they were boosting. It looked really scary there. All right, no kill this time for the Tech 9. And they just need to keep it cool right here. EG, if they win this round, we're back up to a three-round lead. They would have the money. They would have a lot to build with here. So going to land a shot on dupreeh. And over at the pit, I mean, it's a bit of a double setup. Should be fine. Not against Glaive, though. Whew. Connects with that instant headshot. And Stan out in the open, just taking the fight. He's not afraid of anything. And he will be successful, so maybe he had good reason not to be.
Yeah, no worries here. magisk, though, we've seen him bop some heads so far on this map with the Deeg. He is dialed in. Turns away. Still gets that shot, but it was a body. Not going to get the kill. Stanislaw survives with 9 health and 3 kills of his own for Stan, who's starting to wake up here, especially going into the second half. He really needed it at the beginning of that. Well, beginning going into the mid of the first half, he was still sitting at 2 to 3 kills. Yeah. Now he's into double digits. He's got 10. It's starting to tighten up a bit here in the second half for Evil Geniuses in terms of individual performance. And, well, now we could very well be in a situation where we are cooking with gas here on this first map, Anders. This is Evil Genius's map pick, just to remind you all. And so, as heavy underdogs, if they want to have a chance here, they really need to win their map pick.
Yeah, so much is on the line for a potential upset. So, I think they're doing a very, very fine job at the moment. A lot of grenades being traded at Banana, which is par for the course. magisk just committed to spraying that, not trying to fall back from the Molotov. I don't know. He was flashed. I'm not even sure if he realized he was burning.
I don't think so. I think he was full flash the whole time. That's just desperation spray after a moment there. Just hope to get lucky. But now it's going to be Evil Geniuses making those adjustments. And ASTRALIS are going to be the ones having to try to figure out the pattern here of nades and Banana. 3 players towards B, though, for Evil Geniuses on the CT side. They are ready in case ASTRALIS tried to make this play quickly for the B site. And we are going to get the setup here from ASTRALIS. They haven't shown anything over towards A, and so Evil Geniuses, they don't really have a reason to rotate off just yet. And it is looking like Ethan's going to be hanging around here. This is going to get interesting in a moment. That Cirque gets flashed. The timing isn't there. He's going to take that shot through the box, but no kill.
So close, though, isn't it? Still 40 seconds left. Tarek back here just needs the one shot, and he's going to be able to get it. That was plenty enough, and they're going to get shut down on approach. ASTRALIS never even making it onto the site. No bomb plant either. And 4 members survive for EG. That was that's an incredible round. And now things are looking so good. Astralis, yeah, they got the round loss bonus that they're sort of working with here, but not much more than that. An interesting turn of events.
Well, I'm glad to see Astralis call the timeout now, though. This is good.
Yeah.
Second timeout used by Astralis. And, well, in the first half, Evil Geniuses were able to chain 4 rounds together before Astralis got on the board, right? But then it turned into a bit of a tit for tat, and Evil Geniuses broke, and it started to go apart here. Evil Geniuses now, they've taken 5 rounds in a row here. So this is their opportunity to really start running away with this. Astralis realized that, and they called the timeout to just try and slow things down. Like, okay, hold on. We need to take a little bit of a breath here. We need to actually have a chance for Zonic perhaps to chime in, and we need to do a little bit of talking, figure out what needs to be adjusted. Because, yeah, you guys will see in a moment. This is going to be a buy round, it looks like, here for Astralis.
Ooh.
Or do they go for the half? It's looking like it. dupreeh's got the Galil in play.
A little bit of a half.
Man, they were dancing on the edge, but it's looking like it is actually going to be the half buy. Although Zipnix goes for a Mac-10, so they are kind of just, they're dabbling right now, Astralis.
Yeah. I mean, I think this makes sense. It's sort of risk-free because they're going to be fine in the next round. They're going to have plenty to buy, and this gives them a little bit of a ticket to maybe do something in the round. Zip burning himself for a second time there on the Molotov. They don't catch anyone. I think they would have loved that. They would have loved a straight-up encounter on Banana that they can just keep rolling into the bomb site. And EG, I mean, with all the aggression, yeah, they know what's coming now. They're trying to fall back and buy a little bit of time. Tarek just getting some damage, but magisk, I don't know, he found him with a smoke device to follow it up. The Deagles ring true for Astralis, and the bomb is going to be planted.
That is so filthy, Anders. 2 headshots with the Deagles, just making it all happen, and Astralis moving in as a unit onto this B site. And the HE does not get anything here for Evil Geniuses. They have the superior firepower. They have the nades as well to try and make this. Cirque will have an angle advantage if he takes that peek, but
it's not worth it, is it?
Man, it really isn't. If you're thinking about it.
But their own economy is not that good either. So they have to respect that losing 3 rifles, retaking the B-bomb site, 4 versus 3. No, none of that seems like a good idea.
Glad to see the discipline on Evil Genius' side, though. Some teams would overextend, take that risk, and it may come back to bite them. In this case, Evil Geniuses will keep the 3 alive. They'll save those guns. Astralis are going to go ahead and save a couple of guns of their own while dupreeh survives with the Galil. But Zipnix has the AUG to play with. Let's see these Deagles again. Yeah, it's device.
I mean, it was anything but surgical for magisk, but whatever, whatever, right? It worked.
Is this the difference between the rifler and the op? You know?
Could be.
There you go.
Device just needs 1 bullet, and it's fine. That is really absurd because that round just buys so much space for Astralis. Let's see if they can continue on. Nice flick out of Cirque. Lave, actually, that looked really careless.
Yeah. He just stepped out into the middle of nowhere there.
Yeah.
Not expecting the challenge mid, and he gets punished in a crucial round here for Astralis. I mean, this is Astralis. I mean, still with the 3 rounds of loss bonus going into the next one if they need it, but really not wanting to let Evil Geniuses get any closer to the finish line on this first map. If you can halt Evil Geniuses at 12 rounds while you catch up, you're feeling a bit more comfortable. 13 rounds starts to get a little bit too close. But it is still a man advantage for Evil Geniuses in this round, and we will get that peek coming in. Nice flash to draw it out. And so they know that Tarek's got that AWP on the B site. Molly's going to get forced out here by Ethan as well. It's looking like Astralis. They do have the chance to accelerate onto the B site. They see an opening.
It worked last time. Why not try and do it again? Ethan tries for the double spray, but he's going to get shot down. Tarek pushing through at the edge of the smoke to try and find a kill, and he's still here. I don't even think he could have fallen back. I think dupreeh was actually looking over the smoke, so he's going to get caught. And suddenly, well, it's a 2-on-3 as Device picks up that kill, taking down Stanislaw. So they're in a lot of trouble here, EG. They might be giving this game right back to Astralis and get them rolling. Device, he's not even trying to really go for it. He just wants to make sure that he's not getting too close. Bomb is not planted yet.
Device just reminding us all that he was a rifler as well before he became an opper.
Wow.
No worries at all. He is the complete package. And while Cirque now feeling perhaps a little bit disappointed. I mean, dude, if you get that opening kill on Glaive, nice and clean, no damage taken right at the beginning, I mean, you're feeling like, cool, this is going to be a round where we should be able to get it done. Tarek not quite finding the shots. Not quite finding the shots with the AWP there on that B-side defense. Kind of let Astralis in, and that definitely is not something you want to do against the Danes.
Yeah, and it put so much pressure on them because, I mean, he was smoked off towards that coffin position with the AWP, and that left Ethan alone at oranges. So he had to, I mean, Ethan almost had to get a double spray, and that's asking a lot against a team like Astralis. They're probably going to trade that almost every single time, so.
Well, their spacing is always so good. That is the brilliant thing about Astralis.
Wow.
And if you have a chance, actually, it's well worth the time to take a look at some content. Alan, actually, on his YouTube, has put out a really nice video on Device that was highlighting the teamwork from Astralis. And I kind of take a chance every chance. Well, I'm taking the opportunity every time I get it to mention that, just because that guy's cranking out sick content on YouTube. So go check it out. But Astralis, dude, they don't make mistakes like that. Their spacing, their angles, how they work together. You get one kill, but getting multi-kills against Astralis, you better wake up early in the morning, because it doesn't happen too often.
It's definitely real tricky. I mean, you saw a perfect example right there. 10 to 12, so it's still a lead. The money, though, is looking super questionable for EG. Got 2 FAMASs in play. Grenades are going to be lacking. This seems like the kind of round, honestly, if you look at the weaponry that they've got going on here, EG, where you could justify being aggressive instead. Just trying to, I mean, you don't have to push everything, but you would love to find a 4-on-5 scenario here. Just try and look for that kill. Glaive, this time not running straight into it. That's good.
This time, yeah, gets that movement in there, baits it out. And so Cirque, man, Cirque making the bold plays, but again, he's alone over here. He has to find the kill, because he is alone. The rotation does come in now, but Stanislav is totally blind. Glaive with the second kill off the back of that flash. 2-man advantage now for Astralis, and they're on the A site. This is gonna fall apart. Brehze can't even get out from behind his own smoke. It's done. Astralis, man, they are so good at picking up on the tendencies of their opponents and punishing them. Glaive, he read Cirque like a book.
He did, and he also heard him. He heard the scoping, which, from Cirque's point of view, I'm shocked that he even stuck around after having fired the first bullet down the middle when he was flashed. But you could think of that as like a mind game. He's actually playing against the odds. He's thinking, well, they're not going to expect me to still be here, so he sort of. But once he starts scoping and unscoping, that gives the game away so badly, and I can't even really make sense of that. But brilliantly played out of Glaive. I mean, he did so much in that round.
It makes noise, yeah. It makes noise when you scope and unscope, so you can hear it. If you're close enough, you'll hear it. Tarek, he's dodging, he's dancing, and he will survive. Holding on to the FAMAS going into the next round here. Evil Geniuses now, that lead is slipping out of their fingers. 3 rounds in a row picked up for Astralis. And while Astralis now, they've got a filthy bank.
Yeah. Not so much on the EG side, though.
More like a little bit cause for concern. Evil Genius is showing a lot of emotion there. The individual players, negative emotion, too. Which is really not what you want to be seeing here when you need to be buckling down and just thinking 1 round at a time. I mean, Stan always feels like he's been an emotional player. He's shown a lot, but you're kind of hoping that that's going to change a little bit here, because you need to focus up if you're Evil Geniuses. It's not done yet. This is your map pick, and you've been preparing.
Yeah, and it shows. I mean, they have been playing a really great game so far, but it is about to be tied up very close here, as they have the 2 FAMASs from the previous round, but otherwise pistols across the board. So I'd say probably just keeping the FAMASs alive at the moment is probably the better choice, rather than trying to, shuffle them around all across the map. Interesting kill on Device. They actually get that magisk, though, with a bit of a return. And that's one of the FAMAS down on the ground. Inside of the bomb site here, it's Stanislav with the USP, and that can't really work out.
No, Tarek is rotating over as well with the FAMAS, but he's not going to be there in time. And that is just going to leave it here. Astralis figuring it out to where they need to be on the map, just pressuring, realizing that Evil Geniuses hadn't invested anything in this round, and so that just obviously gives them the confidence to charge corners. They'd not really respect the angles. And so now it's going to be a real question here as to how Evil Geniuses decide to adjust. Tarek, with the FAMAS, he can afford to lose that. It's unfortunate he doesn't get another kill here. That's magisk with 3 at the end of the round.
And guarding, I mean, he was guarding that second FAMAS, right? He was making sure that no one could have come and picked it up. Not that it would have been a huge win for them or anything, but, they're cutting no corners at this point in time, Astralis.
Now, this utility damage metric, is this... Yeah, that's telling.
Glaive is just up in his B-52, just rolling bombs out of the cargo. Not stopping.
That's so brutal, though. I mean, what are you supposed to do if you are just getting pummeled without even seeing anybody? We are going to get the double HE attempt. Glaive does get pummeled. He's down to half HP, but he's going to still... Dude, play so sneaky. This is outrageous.
What?
Do they realize? Ethan, does he realize? He does! He figured it out that somebody was in that smoke.
What a little genius. That is very cool, because that could have wrecked everything. If they hadn't realized and Glaive sneaks through to get the kill, he could turn around and pick up Tarek right afterwards, and then that's done.
What gave it away, though? Oh, they must have saw the blood. They must have saw the blood when they came over that smoke.
It could be,
so
yeah.
they realized, wait, somebody's got to be close here. There's blood on the wall. That's the dead giveaway.
That could definitely be true. Yeah, that is, that's not bad at all. 2-4, Device and Sip sneaking up at Lower Banana, but if you're EG, this is a round that you can't lose. You must find a way to control yourselves and not give this one away. Astralis have a weird way of finding ways back in around rounds like these, and I'm sure they know it, which is also why they're playing so far back. They're saying just don't get into any weird fights. It's not worth it. Device is 19-17, and he's still alive here with this AWP, so got to be real careful. All right. 20 seconds. Got to be putting up the smoke and making the cross, so that gives up the game a bit. Now they know where that bomb is going to be planted, and they're not going to be able to stop that from happening. So still 2-on-4 in the after plant should be just fine. Sip being forced a little bit forward there, and he's going to go down to Tarek. So Device alone, 1 versus 4 with an AWP, and he's going to miss the shot. Circ quick to recover that one, and it'll be a round for EG, an incredibly important round here. 13-12. And they are, yeah, they desperately needed that. They just lost 4 in a row.
Yeah.
So, good news.
It's been a real, well, this has been the half of streaks, essentially. You know, 5 in a row for Evil Geniuses, 4 in a row for Astralis. And yeah, this is Ethan just putting shots through, going to catch him.
Wow. That is so important to do that. Not making any assumptions. Because once your teammate's already on the other side, it's like your brain just tells you, it's fine, we already control this. We already have this part of the map, so everything's good. Alright. Deep Molotov, some counter nades, doing a lot of damage. That has got to feel like incredible revenge, especially because I think it was Ethan throwing that one, and he's, oh no! Talk of revenge, they double nade him to pick him apart, and he just, I mean, his damage was a bit more spread out, but that's brutal.
Yeah.
Poor Ethan.
It's just these adjustments that Astralis are able to make on the fly. They just know how to adapt to the Inferno nade game here. They're one step ahead, it feels like, every time. And so now Tarek, he's going to get that smoke down, and that is throwing things a little out of whack for him. He is just going to put some shots through and have to give up that position. Stanislav is rotated over, trying to help his teammate out, but these smokes are too good. Can Tarek find a way through? He does! Behind the flash of his teammate, but he doesn't see anybody. Device spots him first. Evil Geniuses, they cannot catch a break. That looked so promising.
It did. I'm actually so shocked that he even went for it. And you could tell the rest of his team were on standby, just waiting. See if Tarek gets a couple of kills, then it's retake time. We're good to go, but he got picked apart. Double nade to leave that B bomb site on its own. Yeah, so he's just back there. 3 grenades.
Yeah, there it is.
Making absolutely sure.
He just got played. That was as smooth as Ethan's swoosh in his hair there, you know?
Does have great hair, doesn't he?
Fantastic hair.
It didn't save him this time, did it?
13-13 though, Anders. On Evil Genius's map pick. And now...
I mean, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? Because they lost 4 in a row. They pick up that last round, and then, no, the previous round, and then they're back to losing again. It's just not a good look.
It's not enough, but I mean, again, context, guys, context. This is a bit of a David Goliath sort of scenario. Evil Geniuses, last seed in the tournament, lowest seed, going up against the top seed in the tournament. So this is first match of the tournament here, and while Evil Geniuses, there's no two ways about it. They are the underdogs. They're the underdogs that are pushing Astralis to a 13-13 situation here on a map that Astralis are no joke at it. It's not like Astralis are weak on Inferno by any stretch. And so Evil Geniuses, they're putting up a fight. It's just Astralis have that little bit more. They just have that little bit more right now that Evil Geniuses need to find a way to get for themselves. And so brehze hanging out does manage to put at least a little bit of a wrench in things here for Astralis, who were looking like they perhaps wanted to try and accelerate onto this A site early. They are ready to pounce if anybody on Evil Geniuses decides to get cute. But Cirque will not be taking any peeks in with the AWP this time around. glaive is going to have to get it done the hard way.
He's just ready to flash. I think if Stan gets a kill, then there's just going to be a grenade coming out. So yeah, there we go. He's just going to go peek it right away. That needed to be a kill. He will backtrack and not get taken down. So I guess that's not that bad, really. But that looked like it could have been a straight kill.
At least it's some information gained. All right? You don't get the kill, but at least you get some info. You saw the lineup there from Astralis. You saw everybody there. And now it's a question of whether or not... You see, Evil Geniuses are reading it that Astralis are going to back off on A and wrap B very quickly. And Astralis are calling that bluff, and they're moving over towards A.
They have one flashbang here in the pit to try and slow them down. They don't have any Molotovs or anything else. How are they going to stop Astralis? Well, there's only really one way, and it's with the rifle. brehze to take down Sip. And in the pit here, they don't realize, but Stanislaw's going to be there. A lot of damage. brehze back for more action. Big double kill coming through. And he's going to get one more, finding a headshot and landing at a quad kill overall. That was beautiful. They did not have the grenades for it, so they did it the old-fashioned way. That was really well done. 14-13.
Talk about making the plays, though. brehze hits the one spot. The key to staying alive in here is taking over apartments and taking that away from Astralis. That is so important for Evil Geniuses to make that play in that situation. You can see that is just going to revitalize the roster. We even saw them cracking some smiles, Anders.
The back.
The positive emotions going into this all-important round. 14-13, Evil Geniuses, 2 rounds away from taking the first map in the series against Astralis.
It is looking really positive right here. 23 kills on Ethan. He started the map with an ace, and he has not cooled down that much since, so that's kind of incredible to witness at the moment. Astralis still able to buy, but that's really the only thing that they've got going for them at the moment here. If they end up losing this round, then they're going to have their backs to the wall, and it could be a bit of a tough beginning in the best of 3. Very defensive here. EG with a bit of a 3-man setup at top banana. They're going to get the kill. That's well done. magisk, he is going to get traded as well. Going to get taken down inside of the smoke. So 2 for none. Finally, brehze going down. And that was up at the A apartments again, leaving Stanislaw alone on the A site. He's up here and hearing them stepping on the other side. He needs the kill, and he's going to get it. And now he just needs to buy time.
He just has to stay alive here, and he is going to... No, he's not! Sip wins that duel! 2 on 3. Astralis down a man. HE over the top. Does that cancel it? No. Device has the HP to survive it, and so he is still in the mix. Man advantage for Evil Geniuses going into the retake now. Well, Astralis have set themselves up for success. Zipnix is just going to be the man lurking, and if he hits this timing, he can hamstring this retake. Ted walks right into a bullet, and that's it. Tied up 2-2, and Zipnix runs out of bullets. What is going on?
Oh, but he has the Molotov, and Device also picking up Ethan, and just like that, a watch. 2 on 4 victory here for Astralis. Taking down Stanislaw first, then getting the bomb plant, and then converting the rest of it. I'm pretty sure Stanislaw could have kept playing that one way slower and waited for his teammates. They were not that far away. Oh, that's really rough. That started up so nicely. If that's what cost them the map, and it could well be, what an insane flick.
This is all over the place, though, because I think they hear, at the beginning, they hear somebody getting tagged by the molly as well.
Probably,
and so Astralis are just taking that info in, like, okay, somebody's here close, you know, let's hold these angles, and it's just, again, the game, it's just the smallest of details, and that time, it started out strong for Evil Geniuses, but again, Astralis are just too good, even down a man. They don't even necessarily need to get the entry and win rounds on this map. That's how good they are here.
All right. Everyone was flashed, and somehow coming out on top is the EG side, so Tarek down to 12 health, but he did get it. Oh, they have so little money on the EG side. If they lose this round, probably Astralis win 16-14, and it would just be, again, heartbreaking. dupreeh goes down to brehze, though. 5 versus 3, and yeah, this is where you have to have some experience. You have to make sure you don't give up these rounds. Astralis could definitely win a 5-on-3 if you give them the opportunity.
Feels like this is going to be a slightly harder, though. Evil Geniuses have more nades to work with than the last round. And so maybe that is going to work against Astralis here as that fresh smoke goes down at 50 seconds. That is the last smoke for Evil Geniuses to work with, though. So now Astralis, as soon as this smoke clears, they have enough for a full execute on their side. They can definitely get in here, smoke on CT, couple of flashes, couple of mollies, and it's good to go here for Astralis. It is going to start accelerating as Cirque is trying to rotate over. He's here to bolster the boys. Astralis, there's a window, but they got to go now.
Yeah, nice Molotov from Tarek. That actually bought a couple of more seconds. Cirque right through the smoke, taking down Sip. That should be the final nail in the coffin here for this round. Elige about to be on 15. First map in this best of 3, but what a shocking result already. Device going to make a run for it with the AWP, and that is just to try and save it and nothing more. 15-14 in favor of EG. I'm so impressed.
I am too. And this has got to be the result of having come here early. All
Yeah,
five, one
well
location, 2 weeks of boot camp, 2 weeks of them being able to get up to date with the meta here in Europe and not having to play like what we saw at the end of last year, right? When the North American teams, they were on an island out in North America. The gap between what was going on here in Europe versus what was in NA for teams like Liquid and EU or EG, they show up here in EU and they get blasted. It's them having to catch up live on the fly in official matches, and that's just too hard for anybody to do. That's too big a task. This time, Evil Geniuses, Stanislaw said it himself in an interview that they came here 2 weeks early, they've been scrimming nonstop, and they've been getting themselves up to date, ready for this match. They knew what was coming. And here, I think we're actually seeing, you know, the fruits of that labor pay off.
I agree completely. It's a real joy. I mean, there's been some bumps in the road where it looked like they were about to let go of everything, and they're not really through yet. This could obviously still be overtime, so don't want to be celebrating too early either, but at this point in time, hey, they've got the money. Astralis, yeah, they've got enough to buy as well.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Ethan at 24 and then Circa 22, and I mean now everyone's caught up. EG don't have that kill problem they had earlier. Everyone's actually playing really well at the moment. One more round and they could be picking up the first map in this best of 3, which again everyone universally agrees they absolutely have to do if they want a chance to win the whole series and not just a single map. Cirque, that's a nice look in for a nice little sneaky kill to pick off Glaive. A little bit late on the timing, which you could tell caught Glaive off guard. He was taking a little bit of a stroll across the bridge, just enjoying the sun. Sniped away.
The battle, you know, it's just this duel that's been going on between him and Cirque, hasn't it? And while Device now with that AWP, he's going to be looking for a shot of his own. Peeks around.
Cirque's been really great with it too.
Cirque is he's a beast. That's the thing. He had a bit of a drop off in terms of individual performance, but the guy has got it in him to be an absolute savage and just dominate. So, I mean, this is kind of what I'm glad to see Cirque here really showing us what he's capable of at the beginning of the year.
Man. Stanislaw, the position that he's in, he's got one flashbang to try and help them out with if they come this quad and apartment side. So that one flashbang could just be everything right here in terms of slowing them down. 35 seconds, and it sort of feels like they're going to go for it. Astralis, Magisk setting up a little bit further back with a smoke, so he's going to try and throw that in there. Yeah, and they're just going to try and run right through here. 24 seconds now, and yeah, this is one last chance for the Danes to try and get anything done overtime, or it's going to be EG with a really shocking result. Cirque, a little bit of backup there. Stanislaw turning around for the kill on dupreeh, and this is looking so good. Cirque landed shot, and Magisk gets alone, and he will get shut down. 16-14. First map going in favor of Evil Geniuses, and that is a really, really incredible result.
What a phenomenal start for Evil Geniuses here. You can already see it. I mean, that is the underdog win on their map.